As you know, tomorrow is Peace Day, and nobody is as excited for the big celebration as I am. I am! Not scientifically possible!
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pack Review, the video where I spend money on packs so you guys don't have to, except this time, I actually have a sponsor for today. Today's sponsor is by John Wallace. Get yourself a free accessory at johnwallace.com. No, I'm just kidding, but seriously, a friend of mine named John, obviously, actually DM'd me on Discord, and he sent me a Crowns code, which is insane. I didn't expect this to happen. It just came out of nowhere. I was just studying class, being, you know, doing college kids things, I guess, and then Mans DMs me about a Crowns code, and I was shocked. I was surprised. I was thinking like, okay, maybe it's like 5k, 10k, because, you know, he probably watches Pack Review. He knows that I have like a limit around 10k, because he told me he was going to spend money on other Wizards too to showcase some pack openings. Nope, this man's gave me like 30k. So I was just, wow. I was really surprised. Again, thank you so much, John, for supporting Pack Review. It's very appreciated. Although I am going to say two things. Number one, I won't be spending 30k. Why? Because for number one, my limit for pack reviews typically is 10k or 15k, depending how much I really love the pack or how much I really want something. The second thing is October actually is right around the corner, only a few weeks from now, and we already know that there's always going to be a Halloween pack. There's even leaks of Halloween packs as well that's going to be coming soon. So the rest of those crowns is probably going to be going to that other pack review video in October. So not only that you supported this one, but you supported the next pack review. So again, thank you so much, John, for supporting Pack Review. It's very appreciated. However, guys, this is how we're gonna do it. Obviously, showcase some pack openings because you guys really do love to see that, and then I'll go with the review. So let's get started with the first pack opening. Let's do it. Can I get lucky today? No, but I did get the reagents though. One of these rare reagents that actually comes from the pack specifically. Now, fun fact actually is that there actually is two ways for you to get the dungeon, which is really interesting because you can actually get yourself, I got the hat by the way, you can get yourself the bundle because the bundle actually is available on the Wizard101 website in case you want to get the bundle, and you still have a chance to get everything that's dropped from this pack in the dungeon, except probably the drop rates aren't that great, probably, I don't know. But the other way you can do it is by spending money on packs. As you can see, I got a bunch of magical clays, which is interesting. You know, I think it's a very interesting concept overall. The thing that Wiz is doing with this little concept, I got the boots too, and more clay. The thing that Wiz is doing for this pack is actually pretty interesting because they're combining with a bundle. So essentially, they're giving us people a chance to not only have a chance to buy the bundle and get everything we need at an instant, or we can spend money on packs, craft the dungeon ourselves, and also, you know, get a chance for some other drops that may not even be in the dungeon, or it's very rare in the dungeon compared to in the pack. And we even got another more reagents of marvelous clay and magical clay, so it's very interesting. So again, I think the concept is really neat. The concept definitely is very interesting. Would I say it's a good or bad thing? I'm not actually sure because it really depends on, you know, as to, you know, is there other ways to get these reagents? Like, can you do the dungeon and get these reagents? Can you, you know, get certain things like the, whatchamacallit, like the pet or the mount in the dungeon? Like, how are the drop chances in the dungeon? Like, you know, there's so many questions that go with this. And I like it how I got all of the fire and myth sets here. That's actually really interesting. The reagents here does come quite a bit, so essentially, I'm going to be speed running this thing, so we're gonna be right back. Ah! I got the pet! Oh, it's so adorable! It's so adorable. I love, when I look at the pet, I was like, it's so adorable. Let's see if I can get the mount too. You never know, we might. Ah, you got my hopes up, KI. You gave me the 7-day, but not the permanent. reagents. Oh, I got the weapon! Oh, it's balance! Oh! Oh! Damn, look at that damage! That's insane! That's pretty good! Like, that's actually pretty good damage for a balance one, especially since it has Pierce as well. The crit's pretty decent. Okay, I like it, I like it. That's pretty cool. Okay, got another one of those. Ah, KI, bro. Why you gotta do this to me? I wish I got the mount. It'll be kind of cool. Yeah, let's go. Double wands, double wands. That one is pretty overpowered, I have to say. That's, you know, I like the fact that it's a fairly good wand. It looks fairly good. And the maycast actually isn't PvP. That's actually something new for once. I got another one of the Death and Fire wands, so that's pretty good because I have both schools at the moment. Okay, I might spend... Okay, I might break my own rule, guys. I might low-key break my own rule. Might go a little further because I feel like, okay, never mind. I got a bunch of treasure cards. I don't care. Oh, I'm forced to anyway. So I'm gonna be right back again. Alright, guys, and I am back. And I'm gonna showcase you guys some of the gear and other things that come with this pack. So the first thing I want to go over is the rock. So this really gives me like lots of Final Fantasy vibes for some reason, and I like that. I don't know why, it just does. I do think the mount looks really cool. Another interesting thing about this mount is that it actually does come with, if you get the permanent version, 3% power pip chance, which is actually very good for PvP, even PvE. So it's actually really interesting. It's better than the ones you get from the Witch's Hoard. It's better than the one that you even get from the Desert Racer, which is from another bundle. The bundle that I have this house in, actually. I only got the bundle because I thought the house was really nice, but this actually came in with the bundle, so I thought it was just an added bonus. But this, as you see here, is actually better than both of those things, so that's actually really interesting to see. The other thing I want to showcase you guys is the beautiful little pet and the snappy griffin. Just look at it. Try saying no to this little cute thing. Try saying no to it, like seriously. Really, I dare you to try. I dare you to try to say no to this little cutie pie right here. Like, it's so adorable. Other than that, if you guys want to see the stats, I was going to say packs. If you want to see the stats, here are the stats for it. Here are some of the talent pools. In case anybody cares about Derby, here's the Derby ones as well. I don't know exactly what I'll get, like maybe around Adult, Ancient, Epic, obviously. Some pets do come with multiple cards, so we'll see. But other than that, you know, that's pretty much how this pet looks like. As for the gear, here are the stats for the gear. This is the Fleet Acapadon's Turban, which I probably pronounced that hella wrong. As you can see, you know, it could be very good if you're using it for like some sort of like offensive stats for PvE with like no resist. You just crit and do some damage all the time. But again, I think it's not really that much better compared to Paradox gear, so not really that worth of investment in my opinion. Same thing goes with the boots as well, as you can see here. It's the same thing. I saw that it was only slightly better compared to Paradox boots, so considering the amount of, you know, crowns you might spend on the pack, it's probably not that worth. And also at the same time, because the dungeon actually has been confirmed to drop everything that you need from this pack, so just another thing to think about. The robe is kind of the same ordeal. I never been a fan of the robes, really. You know, there's always been defensive with like nothing else for the most part. This one that has pierce, but doesn't really help if you don't have damage or accuracy or power pip chance, you know what I mean? But the wands are very interesting though. I have to say the wands are actually really good. Stat wise, they're very good. I'm not sure if this is better than the ones that you get from revered wands. It probably is to an extent better than the ones you get from the revered wands, so definitely something you should consider maybe trying to get. Possibly not during the pack, but you can just farm for it in the gauntlet and you probably still get a pretty decent chance. Another one that I want to show, which is the other one that I did get, was... okay, where is it? Where is it? No, that's not that one. There's a balanced version of it, actually. Somewhere here. Oh, nope, nope. There we go. The Admiral boarding hook, which actually is for the most part balance. I mean, it's universal, but for the most part it's for balance, which actually is really good. I might actually use this on my balance set now because it actually gives you, 4% pierce, which is actually really good. So here's the gear. I honestly, I really like the, the gear appearance for this. I'm not a fan of the hat, really. I think the hat is kind of funny looking, but like the robe is actually really nice. I like the boots too. And the reason why I like them is because, like the Pandemonium pack, I'm not sure how they do it, but they put a little bit of extra detail on this. This time, since it's themed from Sinbad and also Griffin themed, you can see that in the gear, it's actually some detail, like little griffins on the robe. There's also some detail on the back of the robe. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's probably like another griffin or something, I'm not sure. And the boots themselves also have griffins on them, which is really cool. I could definitely see this in some sort of like, gear stitches, depending on how creative people can be. This definitely, I like the gear appearance for this one a lot better than the one from the Grizzlehiem Lore Pack. The wands themselves, not really a big fan. I think it's cool that it's unique at least. It's like another axe type of wand in a way. So that's unique. I'll give them that. I'm not sure it's my cup of tea, but still, it's actually still pretty cool looking, so I can't really complain too much. The other gear set I have is the Grand Admiral's Turban. As you can see, the stats here, same thing. The robe. I didn't get the robe, actually, I forgot. And the boots, again, similar thing, similar ordeal. And again, like I have to say, it looks pretty nice too. I think the colors are actually pretty nice. I do wish you can, dye these. I'm pretty sure you can't. If these were dyeable, this would be kind of lit. But even with its base colors, I think it looks pretty decent overall. And the last thing I want to show you guys is the Sky Captains here. Again, same ordeal, just purple and black for this time around, or like dark purple, I guess. Again, I think the aesthetics for this one definitely is pretty good. I'm giving this pack a 7 out of 10. The reason why is for 4 reasons, actually. Aesthetic-wise, like I said before, again, add a design to it. I love the details of the design. I really like the pet and also the mount as well, in terms of the design as well. Like, again, even the house lamps are like, they look something that is not like something I could just buy from the bazaar. They look unique, and that's something that's very good about this pack. The second thing is the gear. The gear, stat-wise, is not that great for the most part. But the thing that saves it is definitely the wand and also the mount, which gives the 3% pip chance. And like I said, it's very good for PvP. So something to definitely look forward to is giving yourselves like a wand or the mount. The third thing is the drop quality. Didn't like it at all. Pretty much it was as if the reagents and the housing items had a baby. They basically mixed together, and that was basically the drop quality right there. Most of the drop quality was either going to be the reagents or it was going to be housing items. There was even some reagents that were there that weren't specifically from the pack exclusively, but some of them were okay-ish at best, but they weren't that great overall. I think there were the better things was the reagents. The snacks weren't good at all. No mega snacks whatsoever. Rank 8 snacks, but I don't really consider them mega snacks. They're not really that good. And the TC, they didn't really come as often, but when they did come, it wasn't that good anyway. So overall, drop quality wasn't the best. And finally, the usefulness, I'm giving it a 7 as well. The reason for this is because you can literally get everything in the dungeon. So while I do appreciate the fact that the pack kind of does give incentive to maybe spend some on that, but don't spend so much on it and just focus on the dungeon, it basically makes the pack not as useful unless somehow it makes it just easier to get the reagents. That's probably the only reason why you probably spend money on the pack, is to get the reagents, craft yourself the dungeon, or give yourself like a double chance in order to get yourself the gear that you want from the dungeon. But other than that, I have to say, it's a 7. It's a good pack overall. Like, would I recommend spending money on it? Maybe give it a shot, 5k or so. But one thing you have to know is that you are able to get everything from the pack in the dungeon. So I would recommend you do the dungeon rather than you spend money on the pack. But if you want to spend money on the pack, give it like 5k at most. It is a good pack overall, but like I said, you could always farm it in the dungeon. And that's going to be it for today's pack review video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. Also make sure to turn on post notifications for anything Wizard101 or pack review or just any other content I'm going to be making. And as always, remember to stay frenzy. Peace.
Getting stronger every day.